UDL is a set of principles that you should use when creating curriculum. It helps ensure that all students are given equal opportunities to learn. It helps make lessons accessible to all students and meet the needs of those students. So I will go through a few different resources for clarifying vocabulary and symbols, clarifying syntax and structure, and decoding text, notation, and symbols. VisuWords is something that can help clarify vocabulary. It's an online graphic dictionary, and if you go to it, you can see that the example given is on Earth. It gives vocabulary terms like dig, dig up, dig out to help explain the definition of it. And then also like excavation, different examples of how that term may be used and what it means. Word generation embeds new vocabulary into conversational passages, and so it helps the student put that vocabulary into better context. Mathematics glossary pairs visuals with the text to help students understand math vocabulary. Wordle and Tuxedo are resources that create word clouds to help students form connections between vocabulary and their meanings. And then Vocab Ahead is pretty cool. It is videos of vocabulary words, so it has pictures of what an action or vocabulary word might look like, and explains it in a video. A resource that I found for helping clarify vocabulary is called rewordify.com. You can go to this and you can type or copy and paste any word, phrase, or passage into this, and it will completely reword it so that it has vocabulary that your learner can understand. So here's an example. The ravenous, extremely hungry. It highlights those words. Or it also has an option to change the way that it looks. So instead of completely taking out the original vocabulary word, you can have it next to it and highlighted. As a teacher, you can keep track of your students' learning, and then you can also change the level of vocabulary that it will reword. If you click on classic literature up here, there's already some books that are on the site. So if you do Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, just click chapter 1. It will reword the entire chapter. So fun trips, and then if you click on what's highlighted, it shows you the original word, but you can also click on any word that's not highlighted and it will give you an explanation of what that is. So this is really helpful for students in special education who want to be reading content that their gen ed peers are reading. It helps simplify it for them so that they can be getting that same content. And then another example that I found is called, it's an online picture dictionary, opdome.com, and you can click English, Spanish, or Chinese. It's free. Students can choose from different types of categories. I've chosen food, so if you click on apple, it will say apple, but it will also have the word written, so students have a picture, they have the text, and then they also have the audio of the word. Some examples or some resources for clarifying syntax and structure include the interactive elements of a story. It highlights and breaks down the elements of the story, like character sequence, conflict, and that can help clarify the structure of the story for those students and help them comprehend better. Word Auto Summarize tool summarizes a document or a text for you so that it's broken down into something simpler that a student can comprehend. And it it breaks out like the main points of that for a student. Some examples, resources for decoding text notation and symbols are Click to Speak and Voki. They're both sort of text to speech resources, so students can click on a text and it will read it to them. It gives like an example of how to decode words that the student might not otherwise know how to decode. But it's also good for students who like to have text read to them and then follow along as it's being read to them. Starfall is something that's used for younger learners, so K through 2, and it has interactive games and activities that help students build up those skills for decoding and other early reading skills. So those are some examples of resources that can be used to help diverse learners. They are pretty visual and have audio components as well and are engaging to help that student learn. And so that is all.